as kids, I really just tried to teach the things that can't be bought, your integrity, trying to live your life in a way that you yourself could be proud of if you had to look back on it. And I didn't do very good at leading by example, but behind the scenes, that's never what I was pushing. They understood that because of my stance, there was a certain thing that would come my way. And so accountability and responsibility is part of what you're teaching, is that, you know, even if you're doing the greatest thing in the world, there's this thing called no good deed goes unpunished. Like, there's a real Murphy's Law. Like, basically, in raising kids, you're just trying to give them a better manual and an outline of how life works than your parents gave you, you know? And so that's how I did it.
How do you avoid toxic women? Give me. I mean, because obviously, you know, you like women.
I do, and I probably like toxic ones more than anybody. That's because
I asked you this.
No, hold on, because toxic women are exciting, and that's just a fact. Part of toxicity is exciting. I'd rather skydive with her. But if you have toxic women, just understand that all monsters are feeding off of something. And if you find out what this toxic woman is feeding off of, you can just begin to turn off her feeding points. And it drives a toxic person crazy, and they'll get away from you. So whatever, if she's truly toxic, there are certain things that she's doing that help fuel her toxicity. You're not noticing it, but it's what it is. Why do you think she watches murder mysteries before she goes to sleep? Why is it always a crime drama playing? And turn it off. Turn it to cartoons. Make it. No, you don't get to. What's she listening to? You can't be listening to Sexy Red. You're broke. Toxic people are trying to get things. They're not being toxic for no reason. They're gaining something out of how they operate. That's why they operate like that, because they get something. As soon as you find that out, you'll be able to cut off what they're getting, and they will leave. Yeah.
You were married once.
Never.
You weren't married?
Never in life.
So would you have a cohabitation agreement?
Never. How? How could I be a single parent and be married?
You could, you know, there are people that like were married and then they get divorced and then they become single parents. That's how that works.
Yeah, but a person who's never been married means he's never been married.
Okay, I'm gonna take your word for it.
Why would you need to take my word for it? Hold on. If I had been married, wouldn't have somebody have said who she was?
No. It might have been a long time ago.
Nope. I've never not been famous, sir. I just worked the story out to you. I don't have no hidden mysteries in my life. That was Jesus. I don't have no periods in my life where it's unaccounted for. No. That person that said that was a liar. I got a case right now in LA. This lady saying she was my assistant for 14 years, and I heard her or something like that. Never worked for me, not a day in my life. Liars lie because they want to. But people always say, why would they lie? No, there are several women have said they was married to me. It's just when it went to court, they had to say, I was married to him spiritually. You shut up. How you gonna be married to me? My kids don't know you. Answer me that.
So do you have a problem? Do you have a problem bringing women around your kids?
No, not then or now. I've always lived with several women. Like, I'm known for
several?
Yeah.
Like more than one?
I've already told you that I prefer the company of women to the company of men. So if I told you that me and a couple dudes on my staff sometimes have to cohabitate, nobody finds a problem with that. Yeah, so it's me and 3 ladies cohabitating because that's how the business gets done. Like, I don't want a chef that scratches his nuts before he cooks. I don't. No disrespect to these guys that go around with these large male-only groupings, but that's not my episode of Entourage.
Man, you were approached by 7 gunmen. You were robbed, shot in the thigh.
Say it again?
You were robbed once, correct?
No, I never been robbed.
You didn't get robbed. You didn't get approached by gunmen trying to get robbed? They didn't take anything.
I wasn't even
the target?
I wasn't even who they were talking to. And not because I say that. Because if you look at what time period it is, I'm not even making $5,000 a year. So robbing me wasn't the answer. This is before Oklahoma. You talking about a terrible condition.
They'd have been disappointed thinking they'd get something off of you, huh? If they'd have robbed you.
Look, in 3 cities, it's legendary that Katt Williams would walk down our streets with his baby in a baby stroller, with a diaper bag, with a gun in a diaper bag. The only thing I need is a pass. Don't mess with me and just let me go about my business. I'm living in Inglewood, Compton. I'm living in Manchester and Western. I'm in LA, the gang capital of the world, but never robbed. Because why? I'm not pretending to be something I'm not. You think I'm a Blood. You think I'm a Crip. I'm from Ohio. I'm a comedian. I'm a father.
Right.
I'm trying to do something out here. And not only do I not judge what you're doing, I'm not trying to be involved.
Right.
That's the difference. That's where the respect comes from.
So you're touring right now, the Dark Matter tour.
Yeah.
Filming next Netflix special.
In May.
May.
Yep, next Netflix special.
At U2 Theater in Inglewood. I'm about to catch that.
I thought you might say that.
I'm gonna catch that one.
Right, because it's a homecoming for me. Because I lived on Hazel, so I
gotta catch that.
People know I lived in the heart of Inglewood. They saw me walk down Market Street with the babies I'm raising. Like they understood that. No, I was really not pretend. Oh, he want to be from the hood. No, I'm living there on the street.
What's your favorite city to tour in?
The next one, sir. Yeah, that's the real beauty of travel.
Right.
That's why most people don't have the empathy and the sympathy that they need to have for other people. It's because they haven't seen other people.
Right.
Like if you went to Ireland and you saw what them people was like, and you went to Sweden and saw what them people was like, if you really went to Africa and you really saw what the people was like, you went to Haiti, you went to Puerto Rico, if you really traveled across the country, you would see that all people is the same. It's way more people that's good than the fucked up individuals you're seeing. And if you understood that, it would change everything. So I don't have any favorites in the world just because every place is dealing with their own issues, their own troubles. All places look better than they actually are for the people that live there. And it's always a difference between what it seems like
What it actually
and
is.
what it is like. People will tell you, I went to Paris. I was there at the Eiffel Tower. Bitch, you had bed bugs. And there were rats everywhere. The food was terrible. Tell the rest of it.
Yeah.
Don't tell some.
Let me ask you a question. When you go to these cities to tour, do you make it a habit of getting out?
That's how I built my reputation. That's also how I ended up in jail 19 times. Because when I come to do a show, I'm really in your city. So whatever the strip club is, I'm there. Whatever the top bar is, I was there drinking. I was over there. You had a casino? I was at it. Like, what was it? Huh? Because I'm in your city.
Right.
This is how I'm learning your city so that when I do my show, I can be talking about what I know, not what I think, right? And so that was what I did at every city that I went to. The first 15 minutes of my show is what it's like to be here. You see what I'm saying? And so that was always a part of what kept my legend going to the point where I can still be in these arenas without you ever seeing a poster with my picture on it, without you ever seeing a flyer, without you ever seeing a post that goes, hey, it's Katt. Could y'all make sure y'all come out and come see me? Because I'm going to be in. Would you please come on out, guys? And I really am. Because we have a different respect. I know I'm coming. They know I'm coming. I know they gonna be there. And they know I'm gonna do the best job I can possibly do. And they know beyond a shadow of a doubt, whatever hour he was doing when we last saw him, he won't be doing that hour when we see him this time. It's a whole new conversation. And because I've never strayed from that, they've never strayed from their part.
I'm looking at some of the actors that you've been on screen with: Cube, Tracy Morgan, Regina Hall, Terrence Howard, Nick Cannon. I mean Tiffany. I mean, bro, who brings out the best in Katt Williams? How does someone get the best out of Katt Williams? Do you need a comedian? Do you need a serious actor? How do we get the absolute best out of Katt Williams on screen?
Well, I would be disingenuous if I didn't remind us that that's never anybody's goal. It's never anybody's goal to create a great situation for me to do a good job.
Why?
In a script. The way it works is the script is already there. This is a character in the script. If they give me the job, I make it my job that this character here has to be as big as this whole project. So if you don't even see the movie School Dance, I want you to remember, whose goddamn white baby is this? And the only way that I can guarantee that you will remember my scene if you didn't remember a whole movie is if I make sure that my scenes are that good. Because that's what I watched. I watched great actors. You never saw De Niro, you never saw Pesci, you never saw any of these dudes in something and you was like, nah, I don't really believe it. You sure you're the Great Gatsby? Like, no, like you believe that this dude, Daniel, is a hobbit. That's part of the Lord of the Rings.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
I do.
And so it's having a respect for the craft that I'm doing. That means I'm trying to do the best job possible.
What was it like working with Spike Lee doing Priceless?
Spike Lee is everything that you said I was in my intro. He's just really an innovator and a groundbreaking, one-of-a-kind dynamo. And I knew that they were, like, they tried to sabotage me even then. Like, as soon as I said I wanted to get Spike Lee to direct it, because that was the biggest thing I could do, they immediately gave Spike to Gerard Carmichael and had him do his special too at the Comedy Store, and just to undermine, like, but if there's one thing you can take away from me as a person, whether you like me or you don't, if you take this from me, you will be a better person. If you decide today that you're gonna live every day like it's your last for real, which means have a conversation with yourself every night that, okay, that was it. May not be no more after that. And really count yourself every day like this could have been it. All right, before I go to bed, this could be it. All right, how's that looking? If you can do that, it'll change your life. You'll really start making decisions and living your life like this all you got, just this one day. But you could be a winner. You could be a winner on this day. It's just work ethic. And not the work ethic they talk about. They tell you work ethic where they do all these movies. I'm the hardest working man. Well, no, everybody goes to work every day. But
Right.
yeah. I'm saying, I go to work all the time. Everybody who works goes to work every day. Shut up. Shut up. You get